There are two challenges that every man must contend with in life. One is getting pregnant, and the other is shaving. Yes, I stand by that statement. It is 2023 after all. We have the technology for that. Now, I have not contended with the former, and I probably never will, but I absolutely have contended with the latter, shaving. And I'm sure you have too. I am your grooming guidance guru. I'm an expert, and yet shaving is the nut that I have yet to crack. Now, I've gotten close, sometimes closer than others, but at this point in my life, I am about as close as I ever have been to having a successful shave with dry shaving. And if you're in that boat, I want to share with you my success tips and maybe set you going in another direction if you're struggling to find a solution. Now, the purists out there, the wet shavers, listen, I've given it a try more than once. It has not worked well for me. It has been razor burn galore. My beard is coarse, my hair is curly, and this combination is not boded well for me as I try to keep a clean shave. And I can't shave every day, okay? I have tried. My skin is just too sensitive. It doesn't work for me. But this is what has worked for me. Here's some equipment, and here are some best practices for you. I've had the best success with the Philips Norelco OneBlade. An interesting learning curve for shaving. You just have to keep perpendicular to the face to cut the beard, and it works well enough. And they have the blades, right? They say change them every 3 months. I find you have to do it sooner. They have an indicator that rubs off, and that's supposed to be the time to change them. I have to change them far sooner than that. And I don't shave every day with it. I shave twice a week, and still these blades, they seem to go dull fast. But listen, whatever boat you're in, the wet shaving club, the dry shaving club, safety razors, whatever, they get you on blades. You either have to get cartridges to replace these things, you have to get single blades to replace the blades in your safety razor, you have to get the proprietary cartridges for the multi-blade stuff. However you figure it, you're paying money for blades. So I have just come to accept this fact, and this is what I do. So when I notice that it's decreasing in performance, I just pop a new blade on. And no matter what you do, wet shave, dry shave, whatever, it all starts with a good preparation. You gotta prep your face right to shave right. So this is what I do. It all starts with good soap. You gotta wash your face before shaving. Guys, if you're not washing your face, what are you doing? The keys are being gentle with your face. Warm water helps too, but you don't want a soap that's too drying. Find one that feels refreshing, that feels invigorating as you scrub. Speaking of scrub, good exfoliation is the next key, and I have a little tool for this. Sadly, these guys, they went out of business during the pandemic, but there are other alternatives, and you can see them right here. But a couple times a week, and especially just before I shave, I use this to clean my face. I put the soap on the bristles and use this sonic cleansing brush, and it makes the world of difference for raking out hairs that are potentially lying flat across your cheek or your neck or wherever. And it also jostles up and lifts away ingrowns. This has been a game changer for me, getting a good exfoliator that takes care of these ingrown hairs. It's been public enemy number one for me for years, but I've had the least amount of them when I'm able to exfoliate, get my face liberated. Again, I have especially curly hair, so the beard hair curls doesn't grow out. It's usually growing on the cheek in a spiral. A good exfoliator, and especially a good exfoliator brush, has been the antidote. I mentioned there's a learning curve with the Philips Norelco OneBlade. Whatever tool you use, you know how that works for you. You know the touch, you know the feel of it. And so I can't really direct you on that. I'm just as gentle as possible. But when it's time to rinse, okay, I'm all shaved, it's time to get all the whiskers off. And by the way, the water does not have to be ice cold to close up the pores. That's the logic behind that whole thing. If it's room temperature water, it's okay too. You have a clean, freshly shaven face that needs some TLC. I can spell. And just as important, probably the most important thing here that I use is moisturizer. This is my daily driver moisturizer. When you wash your face, you're taking away oils, and not all of it is good, but not all of it is bad either. But you're removing the good and the bad, and it's leaving you with an extra dried out face. So you need to return some of that moisture to yourself. And this is especially true after you've shaved. With whatever blades you use, you've taken a layer of skin off as well as the whiskers. It's time to refresh your face with a quality moisturizer. And this moisturizer here, I've been using for over 10 years. It has not steered me wrong. You've heard of post-shave balms. Well, this moisturizer doubles as that. Not only is it restoring that good amount of moisture to your face and regulating the oil contents, but it is also serving as a post-shave balm. And this in particular with that cooling cucumber ingredient, oh man, it is, you got to experience it. It is second to none. I love how this feels after a fresh shave. There's nothing like it. It doesn't have to be this, but if you find a moisturizer that works for you, you have just leveled up your skincare game. Guys, this is one of the best kept secrets to a men's skincare routine. You've got the soap, sure. You've got the state-of-the-art shaving products, sure. But man, get yourself a quality moisturizer. It will make your skin look smooth. It will make your skin feel young and fresh. Good soap, good moisturizer. Invest in it. Nurture your skin. Speaking of post-shave, how do you maintain your face in the days after you have shaved? Because this is also important because it makes the next shave that much easier. I got 2 words for you. Here's your vocab term of the day: salicylic acid. What is salicylic acid? I think a woman named Sally invented it, and she was on acid when she did it. I'm pretty sure that's how it got the name. But either way, this product is black magic. See, it works to work out any irritation or razor bumps you might get, as well as preventing and alleviating ingrown hairs. Again, I mentioned earlier that this is public enemy number 1 for me. With the curly hair, man, it just coils and digs in and leaves a nasty little bump. And this is the biggest thing I've grappled with shaving. I have never had a shave that goes 100% okay, but this product alone has made the aftershave care so much more of a breeze. What it does is it takes care of the ingrowns that are there and prevents new ones from coming up. And this is why I call it black magic. I also call it a sleeper product. You know why? Because you're sleeping on it. And you need to wake up! It's a product that you might not feel the benefits of. In other words, you might not feel it tingling, or you might not feel it working, but it works. And the results, they speak for themselves. Also, a little bit of post-shave upkeep, and this is not for everybody, but if you have a nice pair of tweezers, that if you have ingrowns, if that's a problem for you, you can ever so carefully work them out. Of course, I won't show any B-roll of that. That's disgusting. You could go to a Dr. Pimple Popper or someone like that if you want to see something like that. But tweezers, taking out ingrown hairs carefully, if you can find it, locate it, and work it out, that's a way to prevent the bump from getting any worse than it might have started out as. And again, this is difficult. This requires good eyesight. This requires some patience. This requires some fine motor skills as well with little tiny tweezers. And I've learned the hard way with tweezers that a little bit of tweezing goes a long way. This can surely irritate your skin if you're not careful, if you pinch your skin, or if you think you found the hair, but it's not actually the hair. So tread with caution with the tweezers. Do it only if you feel comfortable. So I leave you with this, gentlemen. Soften up your face. Wash with a good soap. Use light pressure as you shave. Avoid too many passes when you shave. Don't shave every day. Get yourself a good salicylic acid. And my goodness, men, invest in a good moisturizer. Whether you shave or not, You need to protect your skin. And dry shavers, I want to know, what do you do? What are your tips on how to get a successful dry shave? I want to know. Talk about it. The phone lines are open. Leave it in the comments.